There's a new play coming to the Canterbury Woods Performing Arts Center starting this weekend, and joining me to talk about it are Drew and Lewis. Hello, guys.
Hi,
Thank you for coming today. So let's hear about this play. What is the story behind it? Tell me all about it. Feel free to start.
Since it's yours, take it away.
I'll take it away. I'm Drew Fornarola. I'm the playwright of Fauci and Kramer, which is opening tomorrow at Canterbury Woods Performing Arts Center. It's about the unlikely friendship and rivalry between Dr. Fauci, who we know from the government in the coronavirus pandemic, and the playwright and AIDS activist Larry Kramer, who was big in both the arts and the activism scene in the 80s. And these two guys had a very unlikely but interesting friendship as they fought AIDS in the 80s and 90s. And that continued through the end of Larry Kramer's life during the pandemic.
So what really inspired you to write this play?
Well, as a playwright, you often get ideas from all sorts of people, your friends and your family. They'll call you and say, this should be a play, this should be a play. Usually not helpful. But my friend Victoria Orden, during the pandemic, she sent me an article from the New York Times after Larry Kramer's death about the friendship between Larry and Tony, and she said this would be a good play, and I agreed. So in this case, all credit to my friend Victoria.
So it sounds like there's a lot of history to it too, which is really interesting.
Yeah, it was about a year of research before I was able to kind of try to condense it all into 80 minutes.
Wow, amazing. And Lewis, what has it been like for you to bring this play to fruition?
It's been really exciting because I have wanted to work with Drew for a long time. He started a company in Buffalo a couple years ago called Starring Buffalo, where he brings Broadway talent into the Buffalo community, and they produce shows together with Buffalo talent. And I knew that, Drew was on the scene, and he approached me with this project, and I couldn't say yes fast enough.
Amazing, amazing. And what is your role in the play?
I play Larry Kramer.
Okay.
He is described as an irascible queer activist, and he had a very contentious relationship with Dr. Fauci. I think because of all of his work with the AIDS pandemic, he was a very easy person to love, but because of the way he achieved some of his means, he was not always easy to like.
Sure,
So,
sure.
lovable, not necessarily likable.
And how long has it been since you guys started this process to now, tomorrow night is your opening night?
Yeah, I just got a notification on Facebook that the very first reading of the play was about a year ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that sounds
and
right.
then we're opening tomorrow, so it's been a year.
And it's in this brand new facility, the Canterbury Woods. Let's talk about that as well. It's a great space right in Williamsville.
Yeah, I mean, they've opened within the year, I think.
Yeah.
The Canterbury Woods Performing Arts Center, it's out in Williamsville. It's about a 250-seat theater concert hall. They use it for programming for the residents of the Canterbury Woods community, but there are also a lot of community groups starting to use it as well. We're very lucky to be putting a play in there. It's a beautiful facility.
Amazing. And let's talk about First Look Buffalo. What is First Look Buffalo?
First Look Buffalo is a relatively new theater company started by the producer Bob Rush. Bob was LA-based for many years and returned to the Buffalo area, I think, just before the pandemic. And what makes First Look different from some of the other theaters on the scene is it focuses exclusively on new play development. So new scripts, new ideas, new plays. And I was lucky enough that early on, Bob reached out to me and said, I'd like you to be a part of this endeavor. So all thanks to Bob.
Amazing. And is this play, for all family? Is it specifically for adults? What would you recommend?
Well, there's a little bit of content in it, so it might not be appropriate for children, but I think it's definitely appropriate for everybody, no matter who you are, what you believe. I think there's something in there for everybody.
And what do you want the audience to get from this play? What is the type of feeling you want them to get? Do you want them to learn something? You both can answer that.
I think I just want them to think that not necessarily the be-all, end-all of their own belief system is it. There's always a little bit of wiggle room in everything that we believe in. So hopefully if people come in thinking a certain way, they can maybe get pushed a little bit further in the direction that they're not in. And same thing for people who are already thinking and agreeing with some of the characters. Maybe they'll push a little bit in the other direction.
Amazing. And what about you, Drew?
I think that's well put. I'm most interested in writing things that don't have easy answers and exploring multiple sides of a complicated issue, because if an issue were easy, we'd solve it right away. So I hope people will think about new perspectives.
And are tickets still available? Can people go on a website? How can people come and see the play?
Yeah, you can buy tickets at the door at Canterbury Woods, but the easiest way is to go to firstlookbuffalo.com, and you can buy tickets right through there.
Amazing. So nice to have you guys on. Anything else you want to add about this amazing play?
Just come and support new theater, come and support good theater, and we'll see you there.
Thanks for
Right.
having us.
Fauci and Kramer opens tomorrow night at the Canterbury Woods Performing Arts Center. For tickets and more information, head over to firstlookbuffalo.com. Thank you again for coming in.